Langolo, A+ Racing. We're still working on the 20 car. We thought we had it fixed. This car has to go to Sonoma tonight. My buddy Kirk rearranged the front tie rod end. And let me show you something as we finally started to back it out of the shop and put it on the trailer. Look at this motor mount. You see that? Yeah, it's not supposed to look like that, all right? It actually looks like that on both sides. So this car got hit so hard that it ripped the engine right out of the frame. So somebody once requested a couple weeks ago, hey Al, can you show us how to replace a motor mount in the car? Thanks, Kirk. We're replacing the motor mount in the car. All right, so I got a used mount. That's the only one I got, but I want to go ahead and show you how to do it. So the first step that I did is I went ahead and I've taken the pressure off of the mount by lifting up the engine. And you could do this with a floor jack. I'm going to go ahead and take off the 14 millimeter nut over here that holds on the motor mount. So you guys stare at that for a second while I get my tools. Okay, so I'm just going to take this bolt off. And there's going to be a washer there. Don't lose the washer. Okay, so got a nut and a washer there. I'll set that. So now I've done that mount. Now is what we like to call the fun part. All right, so I'm going to need this. I'm going to need a 1/2-inch drive ratchet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is there are 3 bolts that hold it on. I'm going to go ahead and lift the engine up a little bit more with my screw jack. All right, so there are 3 bolts inside here. So I'm going to get through them through here. All right, try to arrange this light like that. And I've got a 14 millimeter swivel here. And I'm going to try to find them. I see there's one. All right, I want it. Kinda. I'm going to get another extension. I'm going to try to get this way out of the wheel well. And I see these things break all the time when the cars get in an accident, but usually never both of them. It's usually one. Okay, and there's going to be 3 of these, and there are multiple holes on the side of the block for these to go, that they could go into. So I highly recommend that you really pay attention to which hole it comes out of. So, and there's going to be a couple of different sizes. So this is the far back one, and then there's a couple more. Go. I'm working on the forward top one. And I know that you can't see it, but guess what? I can't see it either. So I'm just going by braille here. And then one of the bolts will be pretty long. I think it's the next one on the bottom. Okay. So there's another one. So far, I've got these 2 and they're about the same size. Okay. And then the one on the bottom, let's see if I can find it. And it can be a pain to get to. All right, I got my hand on it. All right, right there. Okay. I think this one's a long one. And you can buy these mounts, high performance ones. Mazda sells ones that are like 3 times stiffer, and they are legal for Spec Miata. I think they're $100 a piece though. But they are legal, and a lot of guys use them. I've used them in the past. Usually for like the 25 hour, we throw them on those engines. Okay. I think I about got it. I do. All right. So there's the third bolt. Okay. And you see that one's a little longer. All right. So it's a little bit longer. Okay. So I should be able to weave this thing out of here now. Of course, it's coming out in a couple of pieces. Okay. All right. So here's what we got. We got the bent tie rod in. We already put that on this morning. We got the bent outer tie rod, and we put that on this morning. All right. So here it is. Okay. So it's all broken off. All right. So we're going to replace this, and I'm just going to take and buzz the fucking mount off. It's held on right here. Okay, with that 14. So I take that off. Okay. There's that. All right. So I had another mount. We found a used one. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Put it on the lift. Okay, here we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this to, and you see it's got a little tab right here, and it's got a little tab right there. So those two go together. So I set it in there like that, put the nut on here, and I'm just going to tighten that up. There we go. Okay. That was the easy part. Okay. So we got a short bolt, and a long bolt. So let's see if we can weave this thing back in there. Well, that's not always easy. Trying to get around the brake line right now. There it goes. Okay. So this is going to sit in there like that. I'm probably going to put one of those short ones on first, so I can get to those ones easier. That'll help me line up that last real long one. All right, I think that's it. Okay. I got that one started. I'm going to go with the other short one on the other top, and hopefully it all lines up. Like I said, I'm kind of doing this by braille. All right, I got that one started. Okay, long one on the bottom right below that one. So I'll find that bolt. Okay. Bingo, it started thread right in. You know, I could do this for a living. Actually, my filmer after school, Mark's supposed to rent this car out tomorrow. Mark's my buddy from Ford. Him and I were Ford mechanics together. And Mark races Spec Miata. And right now in 2022, he is the regional champion in sealed Spec Miata. He's the fastest man in a Spec Miata. And Mark and I used to work together at Ford. Okay, well, that one's tight. So he's filming us right now. Okay, I'm going that top bolt, that short top bolt. Okay, and now I got one more, and that's just below it. If I can try to get on there. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm on it. Okay. And I'm using a 14th swivel. All right. Okay, it's tight. All right. Now, I'm going to lift it up because there is a debate here. All right. And that is whether or not to put that metal shield back in there. And that metal shield can be kind of a pain. So I'm going to try to fit it back in there, but I need to get this engine up high enough. So I think what we're going to need to do is I'm going to need to lower the car because I think the engine's hitting the hood. All right. So we're going to take a pause here for a second. I'm going to get the hood open on the car so I can lift this engine up higher to get that shield in there. We'll be right back. Okay, we're putting in the little heat shield. I don't always do that. Sometimes I run them without them. I think it's all it is, a little heat shield, but I'm weaving it in here, and I know it's difficult to see, but I've got it woven underneath the motor mount. Ah, there it goes. Okay, so now you can see I've got the shield in, and there's the stud. All right, so I'm going to lower the engine down into that slot with the whole thing together, holding it in place. Some people tape these things on and then drop them in. All right, I'm in. Those heat shields aren't easy to put in. I think that's why a lot of people leave them off. You know, another thing on that heat shield, a lot of times we use those under the driver's seat. So when we want to prop the driver's seat up, we'll weld those to the floor and then bolt the seat to those little brackets. They make a nice sturdy platform for us to bolt our seat to. All right, now I want to tell you something about these mounts. It's very important. On this side, it's slotted, okay? So if Mark can come over here and look, and if you look inside here, you'll see that it's slotted. The stud sits in a slot, okay, that's slotted this way, all right? On this side, it's not slotted. It's just a hole, all right? So it's just a hole on this side. So if you're dropping the engine in, you have to put this side in first before you put this side in, okay? Because if you put this side in first, you will never get this side in, all right? So always drop in the driver's side mount first into the hole, and then it falls right into the slot on that side. All right, so the only thing we got left here is the washer and the bolt that holds it in. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Now, Mark was saying, yeah, maybe we should leave it off because we have to do the other mount. We ordered it. It's not going to be here for a couple of hours. So we're just going to go ahead and tighten it up anyway. So you know how I finished it. All right. So there. Okay. All right. So that's this side. I'll get the light and you can see it's sitting much better now. That's where it's supposed to be. The 3 bolts are on there. This is tight. The engine looks level again. Now, I know this one's broken also, okay? We're going to have to go ahead and replace this one too. It comes off exactly the same way. The only thing is you got the exhaust kind of up there a little bit in the way, but you can still get to it the same way, all right? It comes right off. I get it. I take it out through this hole right here, you know, and my hand's on that motor mount right now. So I take the bracket out the same way. Okay. Hey, you guys can thank Kirk wrecking my car, putting these extra videos together, all right? So motor mounts 101. I think that's everything I can remember to tell you. I'll see you at the racetrack. Bye now.